Violence Awareness Month is held every October to unite advocates across the nation and bring an end to domestic violence. Here in the capital city, domestic violence makes up nearly 1/3 of the city's violent crime, and a local group is working to bring that number down to zero. Joining us with more are Alita Lewis with Until the Violence Stops Incorporated and Sheriff Derek Cunningham. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us about Until the Violence Stops. What kind of work do you do there?
Until the Violence Stops is a 501c3 organization, and we are here to help end the violence. We offer classes, preventive maintenance classes. We are poised to receive those from the court systems. We have a battery intervention program that we're standing by to offer. We are available for public support, to let them know that we are with this month's theme. Always, survivors always, standing with them. So we're standing with our survivors, letting them know that we're here, we're putting it out there, and we want to end that violence.
Not just this month, year-round, you're offering these services. Why did you start this group?
I started this group because I began to see the breakdown within the community, the family. It transcends the employment, and I began to see the total cost on all of us. And with that total cost, I said, what can I do to help out? And to be on the end where we have a lot of services available after the fact, but we don't have many to prevent. So I stand on the side of prevention to teach these classes, get that out there, so that we can minimize the recidivism, we can minimize the occurrences.
Sheriff, how often are your deputies getting called to domestic violence situations, and how dangerous are those calls?
Well, you're looking at 90% of our calls are pretty much domestic related. And, you know, when you start talking about a domestic situation, you're going into a blind situation. You don't know what's taking place. And as you see nationally, the number of law enforcement officers that are gunned down responding to a domestic situation. You know, what we're trying to do now is at least be able to work with organizations that be able to provide services so that a person that's in a domestic relationship and is getting violent, have resources for them to be able to deal with that until they get to a point.
How important is it to have a resource like this?
I mean, this is like a best kept secret, but we don't want it to be a best kept secret. We want to be able to educate our young people, because now on most of the domestic situations that we're dealing with, they're getting younger. I mean, people don't think about the number of domestic problems that we're having in our schools, your boyfriend, girlfriend, dating relationships that get physical, they get violent. And, you know, peer pressure on our young people is very, very, very serious.
It's not just physical, it can be mental abuse as well.
Yes. Mental, psychological, emotional, verbal is just not physical. And the impact it has on an individual is you wouldn't believe. It interferes with how they think about themselves. It interferes with them being the best person that they can be. And that's why we're here. We want everyone to have the opportunity to be the best person they can be.
And I imagine if you have a child who grows up in that environment, that can just continue a cycle. Do you see that?
And we see that quite often. And that's why it's great to be able to team up with other outside organizations that can be able to intervene. We in law enforcement, we come after the call, and we come after the situation has really happened. So being able to give them the courage to be able to speak out and to ask for assistance.
Before you get that call.
Before you get that call.
Yes.
Before you get that call.
Yes.
You're hosting a community fair. Tell us about that.
Yes, thank you. We are. Until the Violence Stops is hosting a domestic violence awareness community fair this Saturday, October the 18th, from 10 to 2 at Mercy Baptist Church, 4730 Bell Road. And our goal is to have all of the Montgomery County Domestic Violence Task Force members, all of the community organizations come out and be in one location to collaborate so the community can see what they have available. A lot of times they may not know what's available. They may not know where to go. So we want these organizations to be ready to tell them who they are and the services that they provide in one location so that they can get this information without wondering, who do I call when it happens? They need to have that information ready and available.
Because sometimes people in that situation feel like they have no one to turn to.
Yes.
And there are people out there, may not be in their friend group or
Yes.
their family, but there are
Yes.
great people out there like
Yes.
you two who are wanting to help.
Yes.
For someone who may be a victim of domestic violence,
Yes.
what would you say to them right now?
To a victim of domestic violence, I would say to them, don't lose hope and come out this weekend. It is free to the public. Even the vendors, there's no fee for them to come out. Just come out and set up a table, or one would be provided. We want them to represent their organization and to let the people know this is who we are, this is where we're located. If you need us, call us. We are with you. We are standing with you, and you are not alone.
You are not alone. Thank
You're
you
not
both so
alone.
much for joining
Thank you
us.
for
We
having
appreciate
us.
it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Al.